Hi everyone and welcome to Stay Strong Online. My name is Krista and today we're going to be doing a leg workout. We've got, this is part 3, so if you want to do more of a full body workout for the legs today, you can add on part 1 and part 2, or you can just do this, these 3 exercises back to back and you will still get an excellent workout. We're going to be using weights today. I'm using a heavier set because it is, the leg muscles are a big muscle group that can take it most of the time. It's good to challenge yourself. If you want to go down to a lighter weight, that's no problem. I also have a TheraBand with me today, but you do not need to use it. You can definitely just put your mind in the muscle and you'll still get a great benefit to strengthening and stabilizing the muscle. And so basically that is all that I need. The components today will be a single leg deadlift. We're going to be doing a shoulder press overhead with the TheraBand, and then we'll also be doing a bit of a core exercise as well. So when you're ready, let's get started. All right, so what we're gonna do first are single leg deadlifts. So I'm going to use a heavier set. This requires a little bit of balance, but we do have some modifications for you to use as well. So we're going to be doing 10 reps on each leg. The goal is to engage the hamstring. So let's keep the back foot down just for now, and you're just going to gently tip at the waist, and then you're just going to let that leg float off. So imagine you're one of those drinking birds, and then coming back up. Great, so we're gonna tip forward at the waist, try to keep the back straight, maybe lift that leg off if it feels comfortable, and then come back up. So a lot of the work here, all of it, is happening in that standing leg. And we're just dipping down. You don't wanna go too far down with the weights. That's not the goal, is to go as far down as you can. We're just engaging that hamstring. Let's do 5 more here. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Great, and we're going to go on to the left. So this version is a really great way to activate the hamstrings if you don't have heavy weights, or you don't have any like big gym equipment. So just tapping that toe behind you, straight leg stabilizing here on the left. I'm hinging at the waist. I'm gonna let that right leg float off, and then I'm gonna stand back up. The strength from standing to stand back up is coming from that hamstring and the glute. We're engaging our abdominals just to protect our low back. And coming up. We're looking straight ahead, but still at the floor. So you don't want to strain your neck. And up. And let's do 5 more here. 5 and 4. It's really great for balance. As I say that, 3, 2, and last one here. Great. So then we're going to move on to our shoulder presses with the TheraBand. Depending on the length that you have of your TheraBand, you can stay standing and step on it. I know for sure mine is going to be too short, but if yours is a little bit longer, you can press your arms overhead. That's awesome. If you're comfortable down on your knees, I'm gonna stabilize that TheraBand with my knees, and we're going to do a shoulder press here. So what we're going to do is both arms are going to go straight up. We've got our palms facing forward. We're going to press straight up. Now this one is a really a great exercise, but you want to make sure that you are not getting into your traps. You want to keep your neck and shoulders relaxed. All right. So you want to be sort of pulling those shoulder blades down as you're reaching your arms up. You want to keep lengthening the crown of your head up towards the ceiling and not let it crunch in here. Okay, so it's very common that those traps are going to want to take over here. Let's do what, like 5 more? 5 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the core. So we're going to lie on our back and okay, so we're just going to lie down on your back, and we're going to start off with the legs in a tabletop position. So what I want you to do is make sure that you've got a nice low back towards the mat, but it doesn't have to be touching the mat, it just has to be melting towards the mat. You've engaged your abdominals. Essentially it's a pelvic tilt, and we have a video for that in our foundation series as well. So you want to be lifting the legs into tabletop after you have that pelvic tilt. All right, we're going to reach the hands up towards the ceiling, and we're going to do an opposite arm and a leg reach, but the leg is actually going to toe tap, heel tap down, I should say. So my right arm is going to reach back as my left heel taps down. So we got a little bit of coordination here as well. Keep that arm up. There we go. It is just gonna be a mess. Let's just go with what's gonna happen here. As long as it's your opposite arm and the leg, and you want to maintain that low back is melting towards the mat because your abs are engaged. All right, keep it going here. Heel tap. Let's do 3 more. And reach. 2, and last one. Great. So what we're challenging here is that movement around the stability. So you can bring your feet back down. So we're going to start round 2 with single leg deadlifts. So you're going to start with your left foot forward, and we're going to just hinge at the waist and come back up, and hinge and up. Good. It's 3. So we want to do 10 on each side. 4 and 5 on 6. If the balance is not your jam, then you can totally just leave that foot down behind, hinge at the waist, and squeeze the glutes and the hamstring to come back up. Let's do 4 more. And 4 and 3, and if you need to drop weight, that's totally fine. And we got 1 more here. And back up. That's also a great core workout, just to help you stabilize. Right foot forward, and we're going to tip at the waist. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Really try to lead with that standing leg. It's tempting to just sort of drop that back foot and use that as sort of that seesaw to pull you back up. What do we got? Like 1 more here? That sounds good. Great. So that's our single leg deadlifts. We're coming back to kneel down for me, or maybe you can stand and have your feet on the TheraBand. So this time we're doing our shoulder presses, but single arm here. So palms are facing forward. Give me your jazz hands. Shout out to the boomer. And then we're going to single arm press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's keep the core engaged. And our ribs are down. Probably it. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Going straight up towards the ceiling. 9, and the last one there, 10. Great. And then our core. So a little bit of coordination here with the core again. We're going to change it up just a little bit. So if you liked that modification that we just did with the heel tap and the arm overhead, stick to that. If you'd like a little bit more, we're going to be extending the leg out on the diagonal with the opposite arm. So we're going to pelvic tilt here, engage the abdominals, legs start in tabletop, hands go up overhead. After that, you don't know what's going to happen. So we're going to reach the right arm overhead and the left leg is going to go out on the diagonal if that's comfortable for you. You want to be sure you can still maintain that imprint position, those abs engaged, and coming back up. Left arm, right leg. And left leg, right arm. 3, 4, 5. Again, challenging that stability around movement, which is basically reality. How we have to carry and move and lift, and we have to keep our core nice and stable at the same time. So we're just aiming for 10, but I think I've got a couple bonuses here. On the right and the left, extending it out. Great, bring those feet down. Let's roll onto your side. Let's take our time getting up before the next round. All right, so the last round here, if you want a little drink of water, help yourself. Back to those single leg deadlifts for the final round. So see, it's going by pretty quick. Back to the heavy weights if you want, or you can actually increase those weights each time. I'm going back to the right leg. We're going to touch that toe behind, and we're going to lead the weights down towards the floor, hinging at the waist, coming back up. So down and up. Down and up. 4 and 5. I'll work on that balance. 5 more. 6, 7. Great for proprioception here. Oh boy. 8, 9. I'm going to give myself, this is going to be 10, but then I'm going to give myself a bonus just to correct what the heck was between 7 and 8. Okay, great. So onto the left side, and the last deadlift of today. So coming down and lifting up and leading down and popping back up, lengthening behind the hamstring here, then engaging the glute and the hamstring to come back up. And squeeze. And 5. And 6. Never used to be a huge fan of deadlifts either. Now they're not so bad. 7. They're great for the low back as well here, if you do them properly. 8, and we'll do 2 more. And last one. All the way back up. Awesome. Coming down onto the knees for your shoulder press. We're going back to that parallel arm, so those double arms. But if you loved the single arm, feel free to go back and do that one. So bending the elbows, palms are forward, and you're gonna both together, up. And 2, good, ribs down. 3, shoulders that are down and away from the ears. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 more. 9, and the last one there. Amazing. All right, back onto your back. So we have a 3rd round of the core. You have 2 options to choose from, and I have a 3rd option here as well. Essentially, we're going to be doing a double leg stretch with the head down. So we're going to bring the legs into tabletop, engage the core, and we're going to have the arms up, reaching towards the ceiling. You're going to reach the arms and the legs away at the same time. You're going to bring the hands around the body and towards the feet here when you finish. So we're going to inhale to reach, exhale to come around. If you want a little bit more, you can lift the upper body I'll demonstrate that in a minute here. We'll do 2 more. So we're lengthening the legs away, but not losing that low back ab engagement. And now we can lift the upper body as an option. You're gonna inhale to reach everything away, exhale to come around. If you don't like this option, please place your head back down and keep the arms and the legs moving. We only have 2 more though, so this is good. Engaging those abdominals, ribs and hips are coming together. Last one, reach and circle it around. Lower the head, maybe rotate the head gently right and left, and you can lower those feet down. Awesome, I'm gonna turn to my side, I'm gonna come on back up. So essentially, you can repeat the first 2 videos, or use the first 2 videos before you do this one or after this one. And that way you're getting a huge full body workout for the legs that are the main focus. So if you liked this video, and I hope you did, then you can give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more of these videos, please subscribe to our channel. And if you have any questions or comments or jokes, we love jokes, then please leave them in the comments below. I hope you had a great workout, and I hope you have an awesome day. Take care till next time.